They invited her to shame her. She left with the money and their respect. The guests inside Richard Blackwell's luxury Manhattan penthouse laughed loudly as he pushed Doña Rosa, a 72-year-old woman, toward his poker table. "She probably doesn't even remember her own name," someone whispered. Doña Rosa, dressed simply, looked confused, her hands trembling. She was the mother of Carmen, Richard's housekeeper. Carmen pleaded softly, "Please, Mr. Blackwell, my mother isn't well. She needs rest." Richard waved her off. "It's just a game. Maybe if she wins, I'll raise your salary. If she loses, well, maybe you'll both be jobless." The room laughed again. Phones came out, ready to record what they assumed would be a humiliating video of an elderly Black woman with memory problems, failing to play poker in front of wealth and power. Richard dealt the cards. "Let's play something simple, even she can understand," he smirked. But when Doña Rosa touched the cards, something surprising happened. Her trembling hands grew steady, her eyes sharpened. "How much is this worth?" she asked calmly, holding a blue chip. $1,000, Richard replied. "More money than you've ever seen." She nodded, a small smile forming. Carmen watched, frozen. Just that morning, her mother had forgotten her own name. But here she was now, focused. They started the first round. "I bet $1,000, said Richard. Doña Rosa looked at her cards, then slowly pushed in 2 chips. $2,000. The room grew quiet. Carmen gasped. "You sure you know what you're doing?" asked another guest. "I'm more sure than you can imagine," Doña Rosa said. Richard's smile faded. This was not how he had pictured the night going, so he raised the bet, $5,000. And then Carmen suddenly remembered a story. Years ago, her mother told her, "I used to work as a cocktail waitress in Las Vegas. The dealers taught me poker. I was known as La Rosa Silenciosa, the silent rose." Carmen had always thought it was just one of her mother's silly stories, but now, the way her mother played, it was clear. Those stories were real. As the next round of cards came out, Richard grinned. He had 2 pairs, aces and kings, a strong hand. He pushed in $50,000. All in, everyone stared. Doña Rosa, unfazed, looked at the cards, then pushed in her chips. Matched, the last card hit the table, the final chance to win. "I have 2 pairs, Richard said proudly. Then Doña Rosa slowly laid her cards down. A straight. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. She had won. Richard looked shocked, speechless. The man who had tried to embarrass her now looked like he had seen a ghost. "How?" he asked. "You made the same mistake many made in Las Vegas," she said softly. "You thought money meant you were smarter." Carmen couldn't hold back her tears. For weeks she had watched her mother struggle to remember simple things, but now at that table she had come back to life. Patricia, one of the socialites who had been mocking earlier, read something on her phone. "Rosa Delgado," she said aloud. She was a poker legend. In the 1970s, she competed with men in Las Vegas and won big. Richard refused to accept the loss. "She can't think straight. I want a new round." "Higher stakes." Doña Rosa looked at her daughter. "Some men only learn when they lose everything." They played again. Richard had queens, a strong hand. Doña Rosa stayed calm, calling every bet. At the end, she revealed her hand, 3 aces. She beat him again. Another $200,000. Richard exploded. "This is all fake!" But then Doña Rosa slowly stood up, walked to a shelf, and pulled out a photo album Blackwell kept for decoration. She opened to a page. "Las Vegas, 1974, she said, pointing to a photo. "That's me." The silent rose. The entire party was silent. There was no denying it anymore. The poor lady he tried to mock was a legend. "Your mistake wasn't just underestimating me," she said. "You thought memory loss meant I had lost everything. But skills like mine, they don't go away that easy." Patricia posted the video online. It went viral within hours. 6 months later, Doña Rosa walked through a clinic in Switzerland. The $500,000 winnings had paid for her private treatment. The new therapy had slowed down her Alzheimer's and brought back much of her clarity. Carmen had used the rest of the money to start a foundation, the Silent Rose Foundation, helping elderly patients and fighting discrimination. Richard? His life was ruined. No one wanted to do business with the man who mocked an old woman and lost $500,000. His family left him, and he lost everything. The internet never forgot. When asked later by a reporter how she felt, Doña Rosa smiled and said, "Memory fades, but dignity doesn't. And sometimes life gives you just the right moment to show what you're really made of."